like first play. I guess maybe is it gonna be? I guess red. Oh, yeah, here it is. Destruct able to grab red. I was trying to wonder if they were gonna be peeking around that yellow armor, but Destruct certainly just did from Mega Hallway and gets first blood against Griffin. Griffin's gonna sit on that yellow. Destruct has a fair amount of armor, and Griffin really going up strong here. Hop over. He's got 83 and 25. He's gonna try to deny the run for red, but I think he was a little bit too telegraphed with the fact that he was predicting, and Destruct made him pay twice as pull his score up to 3. Impressive. Oh my god, and he gets another shot and just waits for those nades to bounce over him. Grabs Portal Yellow, RJs to Rocket to replenish his ammo. Back over to Griffin. Griffin's going to be stuck on the plasma side of the map with not much. Leaves a nade at the portal spawn. Back over to Destruct. We're going to watch his view for a while. So the nice thing about this caliber of players is that you can pretty much predict when battles are going to happen between them, because they know, yeah, like, you know, obviously Mega is going to be one of those things. Destruct just times those nades perfectly, doesn't take any damage at all, grabs that Mega just before 2. So the great thing about this is that the way that these guys play is you can pretty much predict when the battles are going to happen, because they know what items they want. They know, you know, when to go up strong. You know, barring any sort of random aggression by either player.
Yeah, and that's usually how duels work. Most of the fighting will take place around certain power-ups.
And interestingly enough there, Griffin did not challenge Destruct for either the red armor or the Mega Health. Let's go and take a look at him. I think maybe he's favoring just a low, slow build. He doesn't want to give Destruct a quick lead beyond what he already has. And the other bit that I like here is, like, if you notice how, you know, Griffin's not engaged. The other benefit here, now if he engages, he only has 140 health to burn through. Well, actually, never mind. He didn't make a play. He didn't make a play for that Mega. I think he should have. But he needs to start chipping away at that stack. But had he gone up strong, you know, just before that Mega spawned, he would have been working against a 140 and like 150-ish stack versus a, you know, 200. So I guess we're just going to sit here and wait until Griffin decides to make his move. He's definitely playing this very tentatively. You know, he's just very, very cautious. A lot of pain for Griffin at that point. I think one more shoddy kill is going to pull him down. Destruct trying to get, there it is. Destruct trying to get him to make a move out from behind that pillar, and Griffin just refuses to move. Destruct makes the move in, gets the frag. 4-0. Destruct running the map here. I expected the Griffin at least be on the board at this point. And again, I think maybe he's being a little bit too timid. I don't know. What are you guys' thoughts?
Well, I mean, right now, Destruct has pretty much every item timed. And, you know, basically he's just going to have to play the game of keeping Griffin away from these items. If he does that, then Griffin's going to have a really hard time coming back here.
But, I mean, wouldn't you say that the last Mega pickup, when Griffin was actually at a pretty good stack, he had, like, I think about 140, 160 armor, you know, full health. You know, and he certainly had the weapons he needed in order to make a challenge. He just didn't even show up to red or Mega. And that to me just kind of had me scratching my head. You know, at least, you know, chip away at that stack. You know, make Destruct pay for grabbing either of those items. You know, just like Destruct is now making Griffin pay for picking up that yellow.
Yeah, I mean, that was definitely an interesting move.
MG will get Griffin on the board. MG and a whole lot of persistence. Of course, Destruct knows the timing of that Mega. He's just going to wait it out. Nade, and grab. Alright, and so with the yellow armor, that will put Destruct in a pretty good position here Griffin has red armor, but is probably I don't know. Let's see. What would Griffin's best move? I would say at this point, you know, he's got the armor. Maybe make another challenge at red. Looks like that's what he's gonna do. Yeah, red has popped. Destruct is trying to time it. Griffin goes up really strong, and Destruct has missed the jump, not able to plug a rail, misses another rail, and so now Griffin effectively able to steal that from Destruct. That is going to be key. If we go and take a look, Griffin was also able to pick up Mega. So the pendulum has swung. The question is, can Griffin turn that into 8 frags? He's only got, you know, 3.5 minutes to do it.
And Destruct will probably play a little more cautious now.
Yeah. You know, and even though Griffin had that Mega, yeah, I mean, that was just a determined little shaft by Destruct. Oh, and he nails the mid-air rail. Let's go take a look at Griffin. Griffin hurting at 69 to 91. Picking up Portal Yellow. He's got a pretty good stack. Let's go take a look. Yeah, now's the time to press Destruct. The fact that Destruct's able to grab these items and not suffer any damage, you know, by doing so. Yeah, I mean, Griffin's just bye-bye. Oh, that's a rough spawn. That's a quick frag for Destruct. And he calls GG. 12 to 1. Griffin forfeits.
Prepare to fight.
Alright, so we're going to see a little Furious Heights. I'm okay with staying up for 3 more. If we want to do Waz, Griffin, and then Fiend, that's fine. But let's make sure it happens that way. No more people with cutsies. Alright, Destruct getting a nice start. He's got himself a bit of Mega. He's got about 65 armor. Over to Waz. Waz sitting with a bit more armor and 100 health. Play is out red, and Destruct is able to steal it. Waz is hurting here. Down to 7 health. Destruct's going to finish him off with a lightning gun. When we watch Destruct's point of view. And we have it tied up. Waz went up strong and got the frag. Destruct getting popped up there and didn't really do a lot of damage with that plasma. Over to Waz. Waz sitting at 160 and 43. Destruct sitting at 100 for each. And we have ourselves a 1-1 game. Mega's grabbed by Destruct. That's going to give him the advantage if this battle plays out over towards the red armor. Looks like Destruct's going to make a pit stop for mid-level yellow. And Waz is stuffing rockets into Destruct. Destruct answers with one of his own, but now it looks like rails are coming out. And Destruct's getting away with 16 health. He grabs red, but is definitely hurting. Has enough armor to plant that rocket point blank in Waz's face and get the frag. 2 to 1. Waz getting shafted to hell. 3 to 1. With about 2:25 burned in the match. Destruct not really having control just yet. He wants a bit of Mega. He's thinking about a frag, but I think he's going to be able to grab Mega. It doesn't really suffer a lot, and he's going to go up strong and get a frag right here. 4 to 1. And now he's locked down red. So that will give him map control right there. We're going to go take a look at Waz and see what he can do what he can do to recover. He grabs mid yellow, but Destruct knows it. And we're going to probably see these guys meet up over near Mega. Yeah, Waz